Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, no prizes for guessing where I am this week. Torbay Steam Fair, of course. If you watched last week's video, you know I've been trying some gear out. So I've come out today with just my Sony and my DJI microphone to see how we get on. So let's have a look around the rest of the fair and see what I find, shall we? So let me give you a little bit more detail on the gear I've got. So as I said, the Sony A6600. On the front I've put a variable ND filter and polariser combination so that I can film with it and get the exposure right. Then obviously I've got the DJI mic attached and a fluffy cat for the wind noise and one spare battery. And we'll see how we get on with a day of filming, but not quite sure how much I'll do. Out of my comfort zone a little bit. Lots of portraits to be had here, but not the landscapes and wildlife I'm used to.
Probably somewhere between 8 and 12 acres of corn would be thrashed in a day.
So as I said, I'm no portrait photographer and this was my first attempt, but I have to thank these gentlemen for just being there and doing their thing. What characters! What I've tried to do is just capture the concentration on their faces as they're working with this quite dangerous old machinery. Just the proximity of all the pulleys and their concentration, all the sawdust flying everywhere. Same with this, you know, with the moving machineries, the blades, and what I've tried to do is capture something in context. So no close-ups, just looking at the wider picture, trying to get a nice shot. Well, as we moved up the field to look at the classic cars, this lovely old fairground engine came past. What a beast, lovely colours. But yeah, Beetles, Minis, Land Rovers, all the cars from your past. That's one of the joys of going to these steam rallies. And some local friends, their camper van. And some oddities. I had to stop and look at this, and at the time I didn't know what this was, but this is a Skoda 1000 MB, I think, made in the Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia at the time, between 1964 and 1969. Rear engined, and obviously this one being used for rallying. Time for some lunch, and what else but a pasty, and maybe a little bit of shopping.
If anyone's got glasses, you'd like to come and play them, in the cockpit.
So, as it's a steam rally, I thought I also better take some photos of the engines. This one in the foreground is from Thetford in Norfolk, where I'm originally from, so it was really nice to see this one. Managed to get some nice clouds in the background. It was quite a bright day, and this sort of classic rolling steam engine. I'm not sure what period this is from, but most of these traction engines are from the sort of late 1800s, early 1900s, I believe. Well, I've always been fascinated by these old threshing machines and these old ways of working. The members of you that are my sort of age will remember Out of Town and some of the other old bygone programs on the BBC. And I was fascinated by this sort of technology. Nice to see a man in a bowler hat. You don't see many of those around anymore. Just thought this was a nice photo. Another portrait, but just keeping him in some sort of context with the threshing machine. And lastly, one more character. This guy was had a very, very colourful hat, and I thought he would actually look better in black and white. So let me know what you think of the portraits I've taken and comment below. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day. Maybe not taking that many photographs, but I have learned a lot about the camera today, and especially the microphone setup, and I think this is what I'm going to be using when we go on the holiday. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. But for now, cheerio.